आदाब सत श्री अकाल। वेलकम टू द पीजी व्लॉग्स। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट और दोस्त पलोमी गुप्ता। Today I have with me a woman who started her career with a marketing job in a mobile company in Kolkata, but chose a different road and started modeling at the mere age of 16. She was crowned the Miss India in 2001, and the same year she made us proud when she represented our nation at the Miss Universe. After giving several hits, this renowned Bollywood actress is now the ambassador for the United Nations Free and Equal campaign. After hitting certain lows, several people get trapped in the maze of depression, but this woman did not succumb to it. She went on to conquer her dreams and is back with a bang in the world of cinema with the season's greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me the very beautiful, extremely talented and inspirational Celina Jaitly. In the next segment, you will be watching our exclusive conversation.
Ma'am, so in the real world, you've been playing different characters, but then shedding that identity and going back into the real world where you take up the role of a mother, an activist, a wife, again an actor. How different are the two worlds, the real world and the real world?
Very different, to tell you the truth. I am constantly judged in the real world, as you said. But when I go back to being a mom and when I go back to just being myself, Celina, I think this is the only time that I'm not constantly judged. Neither is my performance judged. I'm loved unconditionally. And I really love that aspect of going back to the real world.
Ma'am, you started your career with a marketing job in a mobile company in Kolkata. You also started modeling at a very young age, at the age of 16.
Yeah.
But what was it like when you were finally crowned Miss Indian 2001? What you finally got what you truly wanted? What was it like?
Yeah. I actually never thought I would become a Miss India, but I pursued in the field of modeling. There was a lot of struggle. There were a lot of ups and downs. I had to work 3 jobs a day to pay my PG rent. I had to study also because I was studying that time and my father was very strict. So I had to go back and give my exams. And my dad gave me like just a few months. He said, okay, do what you want. But after this, you're going back to university and you will go, and once you go to university, you will prepare for army entrance exam. And you know, your life is going to be that. But try this. Definitely pursue this dream also. So thanks to my father's blessing, I got a few months, almost a year to do this. But it was full of a lot of struggles because it was not easy for a young girl to live all alone in a city like Kolkata. And I was, as you said, I was working many jobs a day to, even pay my PG rent. And it was not easy. There were lots of ups and downs, but I never lost my focus. I knew that something big is going to happen in my life. I did not know what it was, but I continued working towards it. I knew I had to do what I had to do. I didn't know where I was going to reach, but I knew it was going to be big. And I continued to do that. So what I learned from that is that sometimes you do not know what the goal is, but you know that you are aiming towards the stars. It is very important to aim, at least aim in the right direction.
Ma'am, wherever you work, whatever you did as an actor, as an activist, you've consistently raised voice for the LGBTQ community. Why did you particularly choose the LGBTQ community?
When you stand up for something in your life, you don't do it because you choose it from like a shelf of books. It's because you believe in a cause. It's because that cause is close to your heart. It's because it matters to you in your heart to stand up and take a stand against the whole world for something that really touches you right here in your heart. For me, it was always the LGBT community because you either had to be blind or completely ignorant not to notice the discrimination and the violence and the things that the LGBTQIA people faced in their daily lives. And me being from the fashion industry at a very young age, I saw that very closely. At a point when there was no such thing as LGBTQIA rights at all in India, so I was a part of that journey of starting to fight to revoke Section 377, which was a law which made being homosexual a criminal offense. So we were the first of the lot. In fact, I would say I followed the people around for so long fighting for the rights, and I joined the movement for this reason. And I am so glad I did, because in front of my eyes, though it was a very long journey, but in front of my eyes, I saw this Section 377 being revoked. I saw transgender right bill being passed. I saw trans people getting their right, and the third right passport, the third gender passport. So I saw such beautiful things, and working with United Nations has been absolutely an incredible experience for me.
You talked about struggles, your struggles in your life. Many people who deal with depression, they're not really able to cope up well with it. We read that you also battled depression for over a year, but you defeated depression. That was really strong of you. You went back into the world of cinema and you shot for a movie. How difficult was it for you?
With depression, the thing is, at least in my particular case, I was always suffering from being high and low. It was not easy to deal with something like that. It was constantly blow hot, blow cool. But I think, again, your focus in life, you are low today, but if you keep the focus at the back of your mind, the direction in which you want to go, you can either succumb to something which is destroying you, or you can feel it for a little bit and then say, "Bahut ho gaya," and move on. I chose to do that. I did not succumb to it. I chose to do that. Obviously, I couldn't have done it if it wasn't for my husband supporting me. He supported me a lot, Peter, and the love of my children. But yes, we are hit in life. Sometimes it is a relationship, sometimes it is a boyfriend, sometimes it is education, sometimes it is an exam. Something or the other always makes you feel really low in life. But yes, it is okay to feel low, feel that, but don't let it destroy you. Don't let it pull you down. Keep your focus in the direction you want to travel in.
Ma'am, being the United Nations campus ambassador for the Free and Equal campaign, what is something that you would like foreign policy thinkers and practitioners to change in their thinking about the LGBTQ issues?
See, the first thing that I would like in foreign policy to be changed is that people need to understand that when it comes to the LGBTQIA community, we are not asking for a different subset of rights. What we are asking for is the same rights that every citizen under a constitution gets to enjoy. They should also have the same right to life, the same right to work, marriage protection from the law enforcement, and a right to life, basically. So that is what I would like to say. Very, very simple.
Ma'am, I just saw your movie, The Season's Greeting, your new movie. You just returned to the world of cinema. It was great seeing you there.
Hi.
What would you like to say about the movie? It has got really great reviews.
Thank you so much. The movie is directed by a former journalist and award-winning writer, Ramkamal Mukherjee. The film is now available on ZEE5 Premium and ZEE5. It is a beautiful story of different relationships, a Hindu girl and a Muslim boy, a contemporary approach to relationship between a mother and a daughter, and a trans woman's journey from being a little boy to finding herself and becoming a woman. So this is a tribute to late filmmaker Rituparna Ghosh, and this movie signifies the seasons of different relationships, the ritus of different people's lives. And I think everyone who watches this film will really enjoy the romance, the poetry, the beautiful music of the film. So far, there is a challenge going on also where people are dancing to my song, Sajni Sajni, and posting so many videos. I don't know how it is happening, but there are kids who are sending their videos dancing to Sajni Sajni. So I'll also ask all your viewers to post their videos dancing to my film Sajni Sajni, and the best ones will get to do a live with me on Instagram.
They'll do that. Lastly, I think all those who look up to you, they really see you as an inspiration. What would you like to say to those people who admire you with all their heart, with all their true core, what would you like to say to them? And who also see you as an epitome of the fact that women can be and do anything.
Well, I would like to say that remember, life is never going to be fully positive or fully negative. There are always going to be highs and there are always going to be some lows. So do not succumb to the lows in your life. Always keep a focus on the direction you want. You may not know what you want to do, but keep your direction of life towards something positive. And remember, education is something which is most important. That is something, it is a very big padding which you must surround yourself with before you step out into this world. You can always fall back on your education if nothing else works out for you in your life. So that is something I would always say. In my recent film, we just released Season's Greetings, I have this dialogue where I say, for all your viewers, they must watch it on Z5 and Z5 Premium. They must, there is a dialogue where I say, ye Gurudat wala pyar hai, Sex in the City wale nahi samjhenge. This is my dialogue in the film. So keep that Gurudat wala pyar with your life, with your zindagi, with that intensity, with that background score, not wham bam, thank you ma'am. So all the audience, do watch my new film, Season's Greetings, a tribute to Rituparno Ghosh. It's streaming now on Z5 and Z5 Premium. Paulami, thank you. You are so young, but you've got your head on your shoulders, and well done, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hi. You heard her voice out her journey of strength, determination, and the will to chase the stars regardless of the impediments she encountered. Just like she said, Gurudat wala pyar karo apni zindagi se yaar. Dreams are everything and they do come true if you go after them with everything. मेरे पापा कहते हैं, जब तक सपने देखोगे नहीं तो पूरे कैसे करोगे? मुझे कितने चल रहे? सब्सक्राइब तो करते जाओ.